just a matter of hours, some of our favourite stars will be entering the celebrity Big Brother house.
The fans have been queuing for hours waiting to catch a glimpse of this year's star contestants. But who will they be?
All will be revealed tonight. This is your new look, OK TV. Bruv takes over. Welcome to the show. This behind me is the BBHQ, and Big Brother is probably somewhere in the midst trying to get ready to welcome all of those wonderful celebrities who are going to go into that house.
It's very exciting. The lineup has been decided. The celebrities are waving goodbye to their loved ones, their luxuries, and most importantly, their privacy. It all kicks off in about 2.5 hours. And to help us get the party started, we've got some great guests in the studio tonight. We've got Vanessa Feltz, Alex Reid and Michelle Heaton.
Wow, so before we go in the studio and join those guys, we're going to find out what's getting you excited about the latest series of Big Brother.
Who's not excited about Celebrity Big Brother coming back?
I'm very excited to see what the new housemates are like.
Because I did read a bit about like Charlie Sheen doing it, and I find him quite funny. I find that he's quite an entertaining character.
I heard Pamela Anderson's been mentioned. She'd be a great addition to the household. I want to see them do things they don't really want to do. I want to see them embarrassed and, you know, maybe humiliated.
I would like to see Davina McCall in the Big Brother house because obviously she's presented it, but I'd like to see how she would react to different types of characters.
I'd like to see Nick Clegg go in the house, yeah.
President Obama would be quite interesting, I imagine, and Boris Johnson as well.
I've heard that Jed Wood are going in the house. I think I'd cry. I mean, it's ridiculous. They're just all hair and nothing else. I'm not really interested in them.
Somebody should shave their head in the middle of the night, I think. That might be quite effective.
So I want to see lots of arguments, lots of sex.
Love to see some arguments. Love to see Jed Wood have a brotherly argument.
A lot of drama, a lot of arguments. Yeah, that would be good.
I always get sucked into it. I'll watch the first one and you can be guaranteed that I'll be watching the rest of them. I love it.
Well, you guys are clearly very hungry for some BB action, but how would the celebs be feeling right now? Well, our guests tonight are more equipped than most to answer that because they've been in the house themselves.
Yes, please welcome former Celebrity Big Brother housemates Vanessa Feltz, Alex Reid and Michelle Heaton.
Welcome to the show, guys. So, Vanessa, you was in the first series of Celebrity Big Brother. How did that go for you? I remember it being fairly eventful.
Eventful is one way of describing it. If you give me a bit of blackboard, I could write on it with a piece of chalk, if you like, to describe my feelings. It was terrifying, and, you know, we had no idea what to expect. We didn't realise, really, anybody would even notice us, let alone half the country would be glued. And I think we didn't realise how emotional it was going to be and how it can get terribly intense, terribly quickly. And, you know, you think it's just a TV programme, but when you're in there, you're living it. It's your real life. There's no escape. You can't go and talk to a friend on the phone and say, how am I doing? Am I all right? It's well weird, isn't it? Isn't it weird in there?
It's well weird.
Well, so how long was it until you started to feel the tension? When did you start jotting things that 10 minutes, right? That's all it took.
I'll tell you what happened. What really happened was when we had to nominate, which was the very first day, Anthea Turner was nominated for for eviction. She started crying, and when she cried because she was nominated, it all suddenly got very real. It didn't seem fun. It wasn't a laugh. It was just like this grown-up lady was crying and everybody was watching it on the telly and oh my God, and from then it just got worse and worse, really. And then of course I went back in again last year.
Oh, so Alex, now people know what they're signing up for, because obviously you didn't. Are you surprised people still go in? I mean, why did you go in?
Well, actually I remember talking to the producers and they were almost trying to convince me to go in, actually, and I didn't really feel like I had much of a choice because I was in the celebrity limelight for some derogatory reasons, and I thought this is my opportunity to actually, if people could just see the real me for one day, I've won. Yeah. So fingers crossed. I went in there, the boos to cheers, and yeah, I won the bugger.
So you didn't just win it, but you had 65% of the vote as well. What's amazing is that you believed in yourself throughout the whole thing, even when you was getting the boos at the beginning. Did that knock you at all?
Do you know what? I remember when I was coming out, there was a little bit of me, I was like pinching myself, is this real? I was kind of expecting tomatoes or rotten eggs. I wasn't quite sure. I was like, but I still, yeah, I held it in my heart that I was going to be all right, you know.
Now, Big Brother is full of surprises, and poor Michelle, you got the surprise eviction. How did that feel?
It was actually better than a normal eviction because I was up for eviction a few days earlier, and I remember the 24-hour period of feeling really intense and really insecure and not quite sure why you got, you know, nominated by the other housemates. So you sort of be really paranoid about what other people are saying about you behind your back. Whereas I didn't have time to think about it. It was literally like 10 seconds between Davina telling me that I was evicted and having to leave. So it was almost better that way.
Really? So you wouldn't have preferred to have had some prior warning, like a day or two, to build up to the fact that it was you or somebody else going?
No, because I would have just defeated myself automatically because I'm that kind of person, and I would have just been so uncomfortable with myself thinking that other people didn't like me and I couldn't get my head around what I had done wrong, and I didn't like that feeling at all.
Who could not
We
like
love you, Michelle.
Thank you.
But Vanessa, this series is going to last for 3 weeks. But yours was 8 days, was it? Would you have signed up if it was 3 weeks?
Gosh, I think 3 weeks is an enormously long time, and you start to lose a grip on reality completely, you know. And
well, he lost it in a couple of
well, it took a couple of minutes for me, but even having watched it, you can't imagine what it's going to be like when you're in it. And also, there could be somebody. I mean, let's not choose Jedward. I'm sure there are a couple of delightful lads, but let's imagine they slightly get on your nerves. Well, let's imagine that over a period of a day. Now imagine it for 3 solid weeks of Jedwarding around the place.
Oh, yeah, but that's what people want to see. They want to see that, though. You want to see the arguments and all of the...
Good telly, not so great when you're in there. But anyway, to be honest, I think the best thing about Celebrity Big Brother is that we get to see celebs making absolute donuts of themselves.
Now, we've had everything from MPs pretending to be cats, weird, to Hollywood stars getting absolutely plastered. But what's been your favourite Celebrity Big Brother moment?
Well, funny you should say that, because OKTV have decided to commission a very special poll to find out. And ladies and gents, this is your top 5 most memorable Celebrity Big Brother moments of all time.
Over 7 series worth of Celebrity Big Brother gold, there have been a fair few memorable moments. So asking fans to pick their favourite was a tough call. Coming in at number 5, it's tonight's guest and Katie Price's then boyfriend, Alex Reid. When Alex entered the house, he was booed on his way in, but cage fighter Alex had the last laugh. He charmed audiences and won the show. Next up, John McCririck didn't win over many fans in the house, and sitting in his underwear refusing to talk to anyone because he hadn't been given his Diet Coke certainly didn't help matters. Tying with John in 3rd place, it's tonight's other guest, Vanessa Feltz. She had a difficult time on the first ever series of Celebrity Big Brother. In fact, she had a bit of a meltdown.
1:15 p.m. Vanessa comes to the diary room to talk to Big Brother.
Hello, Vanessa.
Who's that?
This is Big Brother.
Oh, hi there.
Would you like to talk about how you're feeling?
Yeah, well, I think you know. You can hear me outside. It's not only in here that you can hear me, is it?
Does it feel bad?
Vanessa, you're starting to scare me now.
Good. Just enjoy it.
But she can't have hated it that much. She came back for a second go in 2010's Ultimate Big Brother. In 2nd place, well, she wasn't too familiar to UK audiences when she entered the house, but Sylvester Stallone's mum, Jackie, certainly left her mark on Series 3. Entering the house with her now infamous, "Yeah, Jackie," her arrival stunned contestants, especially her former daughter-in-law, Bridget Nielsen. But topping our charts as the moment BB fans voted their most memorable of all was this.
It's okay, it's okay. No, don't be frightened. Come on, go ahead, kid.
As an MP, it was a surprising career move, but George Galloway ensured his place in Big Brother history when he pretended to be a cat drinking milk out of Rula Lenska's hands.
Good pussycat, yes. Good pussycat.
Oh, Frosty, do you know what I want to know?
I can't even cope.
Was he really licking her hands? I can just imagine he was probably really getting in there.
I feel nauseous.
Do you know what was impressive? She actually closed the fridge as well.
Great improvisation.
It was. Vanessa, you was number 3 on the chart there. How does it feel to relive that clip?
It feels like a great honour. I can remember it so clearly, and actually I agree with everything I said. I was the very first person in the entire universe to tell Big Brother to F off, and I'm still quite proud of that. It's among my greatest accomplishments.
I've got a question. Why is there such a huge chalkboard inside the Big Brother house anyway?
It was the table.
Did you plan
it? It was the dining table. No, of course I didn't.
Oh, it was a table?
Yeah, we were eating off that thing. And very, very quickly, Anthea Turner got out the Vim and gave a nice clean and eradicated all those words. Otherwise, it could have been sold for charity.
Now, Alex, you were in there at number 5 for a very lovely reason. You got booed on the way in and cheered on the way out. But what's your favourite Celebrity Big Brother moment?
It's Telly Gold, Michael Barrymore having a go with the black dude. Dennis Rodman. Was it Dennis Rodman?
He was in there.
Yeah, they were...
My favourite's Jackie, without a shadow of a doubt. Jackie, yeah, Jackie.
You like a bit?
Yeah.
Heats.
Yeah,
do you know what? I mean, there's a lot of on a personal level, there's a lot of emotions going to Big Brother house. That's why we love it. None more so than celebrity versions. But you was crying all the time. Like, I can't remember this. Why? What was your deal?
It was because Coolio was so evil to me. He made my life hell.
Right.
He was really personally evil to all of the girls in there, and I don't think that came across quite as much as it should have done. But if you asked any of the women who were in my series, they would admit that he was quite sexist towards the women, I think.
Right.
And he just loved tearing us all down bit by bit, and he saw our weak points.
So, a bit of a bully.
Yeah.
How hard is it to live with someone that you can't get away from that's that way inclined?
It's awful, because I'm, as you know me very well, I'm a very sensitive person, and I took it really personally. So perhaps I shouldn't have gone into the house, because I don't think somebody as sensitive as me should be going into Big Brother. You need to be a bit stronger. And I am strong in certain elements, but when it comes to a personal attack, I just take it too sensitively, and it really broke me down. It was horrible.
Why are you not karate chopping?
I don't know. I should have used my tactics.
Alex, you would have done
this
that, right?
isn't a personal attack, but you were rather flirty in there.
With Ben.
Was that just
it was
boredom?
Ben Shell. Yeah, it was a bit of boredom. But no, Ben was lovely. He was one of the normal ones, in fairness. I was kind of in a house with a bunch of I suppose, people that I wouldn't associate with outside the house. Apart from Ulrika and Ben, who I really got on with, I don't think I would have really gone out of my way to talk to anybody else outside the house, and vice versa. I don't think they would have really associated themselves with me. So Ben was just somebody who I really got on with, and of course, they're always going to make a romance, and that's what they made out of it.
Yeah. V, you revisited the house, didn't you? On a second occasion, was you a little bit better prepared for it?
I think so. I've been watching it for years. I've been glued to every episode. So by the time I went in, 10 years later, I had a better handle on myself. I was more cheerful in my personal life, which really helped. And also, I kind of knew what I was doing. And actually, I had a really belting time.
Good.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. And when I got nominated for eviction, I thought, oh, am I going to start writing on the table? Am I going to start crying? What am I going to do? I kept checking to see if I was right. And I was fine. It was absolutely great, actually. So you can have a great time in there, don't you think?
Yeah.
There are times when it's really, really good fun.
So from your Big Brother experiences, do you think you can chart your own personal development?
Yes. I've turned into the perfect specimen
There
I
you
am
go.
today.
The perfect woman.
From a broken wreck with a heart broken, here I am.
She's fixed.
Yeah.
Now, Alex, when you went in and got booed, when you're in there, does it play on your mind what people are thinking about you on the outside world?
Absolutely, yeah. We're all human, I guess.
Yeah, of course.
And I had such horrible things written about me, big lies, big whopping lies. Are people getting to see the real me? Because you're always worried, are they going to edit it in such a way to make you a bugger, But, wow, thank you, the editors.
We saw the little Alex.
And you came out and went. Anyway, thanks, guys. It's time for us to take a quick break. Still to come, look who's here. It's Mr. Brian Dowling. He's going to be joining us on the sofa to tell us how nervous he is about his first live show as the host of Big Brother.
Keep watching. We'll see you after the break.
Welcome back to OKTV. Bruv takes over. Big Brother is back on your screen in just a couple of hours' time, and we'll be chatting to the new host of the show, Brian Dowling, in just a minute. But first, Jenny is outside the house right now, and she's going to give you a sneak peek at how the action will unfold tonight. Jennifer?
Hi, Jeff. This is so exciting. I can't believe it's actually kicking off tonight. Now, this is the stage where the celebs will be entering into the house. By the time they get to this point, they will have already been searched. No mobile phones, no pen, no paper, no luxuries that they're used to living with, basically. Now, the workmen are still hard at work here, trying to get it perfect for tonight. There's a few things I'm not allowed to show you, but I'll try later. The celebrities will then pose for the paparazzi here. and then they'll walk down here, probably very nervous by now. Now, the fans have been queuing up outside all day, and this year they're going to be more involved in the show than ever before. Then they're going to come down here to this spot where they'll be interviewed by our fantastic new presenter, the gorgeous Brian Dowling. Then they'll be taking their final walk of freedom, their last steps before no more